Show, and we today are going to talk about tackling huge projects with confidence. Um, Hello, my name is Kate Wood. I am a life coach, a health coach, a personal trainer, a homeschooling mom of five, and I love, love, love helping women overcome overwhelm so that they can feel successful both in their personal and their professional lives. Um, it's just my most favorite thing to do. So I know one big source of overwhelm definitely can be these big projects, whether you have assigned it to yourself or if someone else has assigned it to you. And I have some of both of those. But sometimes when we look at that project and we're like, oh, wow, this is big, sometimes we start to talk ourselves out of it even before we begin. And so that is a funny place to start, isn't it? We're like, oh, I don't even think I can succeed, but I have to get started anyway. It's kind of a half hearted attempt. And you may notice that a lot of times those don't work out so great. And I want you to finish those projects. And I want to finish to be able to take action and build your confidence in it. We talked about this last week too in the last Ignite Your Life show. Um, we don't wait for confidence to come and bonk us on the head because it may never come. Action produces that confidence. And so when we get started and we start to gain momentum, we're like, oh, okay, yeah, I think I can do it. But if we never start, we never get that confidence. So I would love to know. Drop down in the comments and tell me, what giant are you staring down? What ginormous project do you have? It could be, repairing some relationships in your family. It could be some different things in your life. I know for me right now, I have a beautiful intention of decluttering some of the roughest parts in our house. And I set that intention in June, and all of a sudden it was July. And so we're like, whoo, we got to go into turbo mode. But we will talk about that in a second. Another thing, I homeschool my five kids. So that is always a giant project every year. Even though I've done it before, every year is different. And also, I have this idea floating around in my head. I'd like to write a short book. And to be honest with you, the thought of writing a short book is less intimidating than the decluttering. But that's back to some mindset stuff. We can deal with that another day. So number one, let's consider the fit of this giant project into your life. Um, so I believe you absolutely can do very big things. No doubt about it. But how can you make it fit into your life? And that will sort of depend on when this needs to get done by, right? Which we'll talk about in a second. But if it is something where you really need to clear out some other things in your life to make this happen, you're going to have to sit down and kind of look at your other things that are going on, take into account your energy, um, like how it's going to affect your family, all these different things that we're going to count the cost, right? See where this can fit, how it can work. But some things may need to drop off your radar for a while. Some things may need to let's talk like a normal person, Kate. Some things may need to take a back seat, right? They just get less time. And if you're cool with that, then that's cool, right? Um, one way we can make things fit better is to delegate a bit or to hire people to do maybe other tasks for us. I would really love very soon to hire back my cleaning ladies. That would be amazing for me and free up time. And so that is definitely on my list, because I want to use my time in different ways, and my time is more valuable in different places. Um, and I don't really enjoy cleaning. Some of you do. Sometimes it's like almost a meditation for some people. That's awesome. Then don't delegate that. Don't hire that one out. Hire something else out, like yard work. Um, so tip number one, review the priorities to see where you can make this fit. Number two, let's consider your timeline. So certain things may not have a hard and fast deadline, and that's cool. That may afford you some, freedom to do it at your own pace. I would maybe suggest setting a deadline anyway. It doesn't have to be anything crazy, but like, I'd like to have this done by Christmas, or I'd like to have this done by end of October before I head into the holidays. For me, I would like to have those major areas that I pinpointed for decluttering. I'd like to have that done by mid-August, because then I really need to shift into starting our homeschool year. So we have to consider, is the deadline realistic? Mine has to be. Some of the tasks may not happen, but I kind of need to be done by mid-August. So you're going to use that timeline to figure out how aggressive you need to be. At this point, it being July, I need to start being more aggressive. So each day, I think I need to commit a bit more time or maybe a bigger chunk on the weekend. But you can kind of play around and be creative with how you're going to use your time. And then this too, you guys, consider to not just your energy, your family's energy, but like your quality of life. Are you still going to have time to relax, to have some fun, to get enough sleep, to get your exercise? So again, if there's a no there, but you still really want to pursue this thing, what else needs to drop off? Oh, not right now, sweet pea. So tip number 2 is consider your due dates, your deadlines, okay? Shut the door. Oh, that's a squeaky door. Put it on the list. WD-40, the hinges. Okay. So you guys, you may be like, okay, this practical stuff, I can do that, Kate. Or maybe you're like, I don't even know how to do this, Kate. That's okay. Or if you're like, I think a lot of this is in my mind. I'm talking myself out of it. I'm psyching myself out. I kind of know the steps to do. I'm just not doing them. That could be down to mindset stuff. And I like doing both with clients. I love the practical. I love the mindset. I love making sure that your wellness is still cared for. And so if you're like, some life coaching, mindset coaching could really be of help. Let's get on a call together and just discuss whether this would be a good fit. You can go to trajectorywellness.com/call. It's a free call. If you're pretty interested in figuring this out, finding out if this could be an asset to you, let's talk. I'd love to talk with you about where you are, where you'd like to be going, and whether I can help you get there. So let's move on to point 3, guys. Moving right along. How do we eat an elephant? You want to put it down in the comments? One bite at a time, right? We got to break it up, because looking at that mountain, you're just like, I can't jump to the top of that mountain. Well, of course you can't. Nobody can. But can you take a step up the incline? I bet you can. And then after that first step, what are you going to do? Second step? Yes. That's how we do it. We get overwhelmed when we look at the whole thing. So let's say, this is a really, really big project. Maybe you need to break it up into phases. Like, this is kind of in general what I'm doing in phase 1, 2, and 3, and then really get detailed in that phase 1 to start, right? And then look through it and figure out what needs to happen first here. With decluttering, I like to use laundry baskets to help me. So maybe if I can't find my laundry baskets, I don't know what my kids do with them, but they're always lost. How do you lose laundry baskets? Maybe it is to go to the store and buy some laundry baskets. If I don't even have time for that today, maybe my big step is to write down on my grocery list, buy laundry baskets. You might be like, Kate, that's stupid. But we got to start somewhere. And if I only have a few minutes a day to start off with, I made progress. It's still in my brain. I'm still in the mindset of like, I am a decluttering lady. I need to get that mindset. That's awesome. That is amazing. Do that. Be consistent. Just keep moving forward. But we need to break it up, right? And if you're finding like, I am not doing this stuff, Kate, I'm not doing it. It could be mindset. It could be that your tasks are too big. So break it down into something so stupid. I call it stupid simple. Not because we're stupid, but because the task is so minute, like writing something on your grocery list, that it's like stupid not to do it. Why would you resist doing that? Just go write it down. You're done in 2 seconds, right? So maybe you break it down into a 2-minute task, so just so you like make that progress, right? Progress over perfection. At least we're moving toward that goal. And then there'll be other days where you have a couple hours to devote to it and you can really be moving and grooving. But you started to set yourself up for success with those shorter tasks when, maybe you only had a little bit of time, right? So let's go through the 3 tips again. Review your priorities. You're going to consider your due dates and you're going to break it down and then delegate when you can. So you guys, every week, every Thursday, I put out an email to my VIPs who really enjoy mindset, enjoy practical stuff, who are ready to like level up either personally or professionally. I put that out because I love you and I like to provide extra resources because I want to see you succeed. I want to see you out of overwhelm. I want to see you just like kicking butt. So if you don't get those yet, will you just message me the word email, or you can drop a comment, and I will make sure that you start getting that because I really think that's valuable to you. I try to put out something excellent every single week to help you out. So you guys stay tuned next week. We're going to talk about 3 sneaky reasons why women hang on to overwhelm. This is something I've been considering for quite a while as I work with women. And I find, women are like, I hate this. I hate feeling this way. But then they're like, they're not moving out of it. And there are reasons why. And I want to tell you about it next week. So